And welcome to my video on the 2022 set images leaked. So these were released between, well, not released, leaked in the past couple of days. I decided I'd just do one video covering all of them because my guess is they will have the official release in a couple of days. So one of these was released, well, two of these were leaked by Amazon, the Polish one. The other one is a German website. I think it's just called Toys Waren, which translates to toys. Anyway, I'll be starting off with the Dark Trooper Attack 75324, 166 pieces. Pretty good set in my opinion. I do quite like the minifigures that it comes with, and I really like this new box art. Albeit I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but like if you look at that Mandalorian, it looks so cool. That kind of rustic style. It looks really nice, and the Baby Yoda is a nice touch. And I do really like the style. You can see the 4 minifigures there, which I'm going to talk about because there's no actual image of them, which is why this isn't a full in-depth video. Luke Skywalker has the hood, and I quite like it. I do think it looks a bit different from the previous versions, especially the hood adds quite a nice aesthetic. And then the 3 Dark Troopers look brilliant in my opinion. You can see them there. The back printing's really nice. They're all the same, and this set will sell really well for that. The price is rumoured to be $30, so it's €30, and euros and dollar price are generally the same. And yes, it's £28 because that would have been the same as the Tatooine, whatever that one was, with the Mandalorian and the Tusken Raiders. Moving on to this image, you can see it here. There's not many images, kind of sad, but I do really look at the set. My main criticism is stickers. There are on this set, just from really briefly counting, I can see 11, 12. There's so many of them, but they do add a nice amount of detail. So you have the elevator thing, and it looks really nice. So you can twist it round to make it look like he's kind of opened the door to the elevator, and that's pretty cool. But there's 2 stickers in the elevator, then there's 2 above, just 4 or 5, and then there's 6 of those there. So that's 11 plus 4, 15 stickers on 166 pieces. That's ridiculous. That's 10% of the parts have stickers on them. Anyway, it does look really nice. I like the kind of black trim around it, and you can see some of the features here. So the trick is you can drag one of the Dark Troopers back. You can see that bit that sticks out near the front of the image, and you can see it there. So you can just drag that back. There'll be I put a minifigure on it. You can see the stud there, and then you can also see a bit of a turntable there, which you'll be able to spin Luke Skywalker on to make it look like he's cutting them down. But the details on the panel details look really nice. It is just a really nice looking set. It also works well for display because that kind of one-sided thing looking in my opinion, is a really nice way to do it. And albeit I generally don't like the CGI, I do quite like the shiny Dark Troopers, even though that wouldn't actually be the way they are. Luke Skywalker, or the Red 5 helmet, is a really nice one. 75327. So 675 pieces, and I'll talk about the price in a moment. It does look really nice. It's not my favourite helmet. I kind of like the hollow look, but it doesn't really work for me with some of the other things, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, the set itself is really nice. The printing or stickers, I hope not, but is really good, and you can kind of see the red stripe on the top. The goggles, in my opinion, are quite nice. It's just the way it kind of frames the emptiness with the chin pad and microphone. That doesn't look very nice to me. But I do like the way they panel off the interior slightly. But you can see it here. Also, that stand, the kind of way it looks like it disappears, does look pretty nice. And it does just say Luke Skywalker Red 5 on it. But yeah, you can see it here. The sides detail is really nice. I like those big panels. And then the top looks really good. The Red 5, well, not the Red 5, the Rebel symbol looks kind of wrongly tilted. It would have been nicer if it had been slightly more angled, but that's a small detail for a set like this. But you can see it here. One thing I like to comment on is the back actually looks pretty nice. I do like that yellow pipeliner going along the side of that big red stripe, and you can see it does look really nice, especially I'd say if you manage to tilt the angle to a really nice way, it would look really nice. And yeah, you can see it here next to the Darth Vader one, and they are quite a nice comparison. I do kind of like the way it pairs up. The other one you could maybe compare it to is a TIE Fighter helmet, but that's not the image they gave us. Next is the Mandalorian Helmet. brilliant. I really like the side image, you can see it there. The like horn, you can see for the like symbol they did the like horn thing, which is the thing he has on his shoulder thing, which looks really nice. 75328, 584 pieces. Same normal box art, looks really nice. They're both, so the price of the like Luke Skywalker one was $60. Cause the price, I'm guessing they're both gonna be the same price, even though there's like 100-piece difference. Luke Skywalker one's much more cheaper than I'd expect at that price, so I'm guessing the other one will be rounded up to kind of even it out. £55 was my guess. But anyway, you can see these two here. They do look quite nice as a pair. They're two really iconic ones, and I think that works really well for this wave. The third one I'll talk about a bit more in a minute, but you can see it here. It does look really nice. The colors are really good. They could have done the full chrome thing, but it's Lego, so let's face it, they weren't going to do that. But I don't actually think that takes away. The chrome looks really nice as kind of a nice accent color, and I think the amount they've used is nice. It could have been a bit more around the back, but I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. But yeah, the front looks really good. It's a bit of a wide front, because if you look at it like compared to the other one, you can see it better for that. But the greys, like the dark grey for that like middle, like you can call it the cheek part there, and then the side parts actually look really nice with that, like that 2x6 piece, 2x3, I always get it wrong. But anyway, that part there in the chrome looks really nice. It kind of stands out on those dark grey, and I do really like the way this looks. See it here at the back, as you can see. I would like to have seen it a bit better. There's a bit of a lack of detail there. It's just curved and kind of the aesthetic of quite nicely studded, and like I do think they've got the studded and plated balance really nice. It's just slightly ruined whenever you see it there. Anyway, and see it side by side. The wideness is a bit off. I think it's more because the panels aren't as tilted, because like the helmet goes out wider at the side, so I think it's like 4 on the Mandalorian helmet and 3 studs on the Boba Fett helmet, like the going outwards, because the middle section is both 6x3 tall, and the top's pretty similar except there's a stripe running down it, but the panels are like tilted at a different angle, so it makes it look like his side parts are bigger, even though they're not really. It's just the panels tilted differently. But the front section, you can see, is much wider on the Mandalorian, which isn't really accurate, because you can see it here, it is very thin, and it just looks far too wide in this image. You can see it there, that just doesn't look correct. But you can see it here, Boba Fett's is quite clearly much wider. So the way that they've done this does kind of throw that off, and that's not something I appreciate. And I think they could have just done the same thing with this one, and instead of tilting that front part, just put them on the same panel. Like, wouldn't have been that hard to fix. Anyway, is not the worst thing in the world. And then the final helmet, 75343 Dark Trooper helmet, $60, £55. Rumor has it this one's not going to be as good, but I think it is really nice that they did this. I think they've kind of worked out that the Dark Trooper is quite a popular minifigure, considering they did the Dark Trooper Battlepack, well, not called Battlepack, and the helmet, so that is something interesting, and I think that'll work well. I wonder how they'll do the eyes and all the detail. Anyway, do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe. See you in the next one.